After years of research and exploring Book of Mormon geography and archaeological sites in western New York, Wayne May and myself, Ryan Fisher, found some amazing places we just had to take others to see.
Because of the steepness of the bank, they don't need to put a wall out here. Anybody can defend our men trying to come out the edge, but this is the place of entrance.
Millions of people have come to visit the Joseph Smith Farm and Hill Cumorah near Palmyra, New York, and have been unknowingly passing by sites and people that have connections to the Nephites and the Book of Mormon events. So from this research, we've created the Cumorahland Tour that explores the amazing archaeological and natural beauty of the area, along with the incredible native peoples who still remain here. People whose legends and stories are from the Book of Mormon. Parallels that offer amazing insights into the people and events of the Nephite, Lamanite, and Jaredite civilizations. Here's what our fellow explorers have to say about the experience.
I came with my daughter Jenny.
My daddy.
I came with my brother Dave, his wife May, my brother Myron, my nephew Scott.
My name's Dan Clute. I'm from Independence, Missouri.
The group that we went with was fabulous. All right, my favorite stop and why is probably, I think I really like the Indian Mounds that we stopped at.
We were walking through the ditch right here up onto the berm.
Auburn Cemetery was amazing.
I love that fort in Auburn.
It's here, and they ran the walls this way to make it, to make it even more defensible.
Yeah.
That was my favorite stop because it is in such pristine condition, and they were able to stay there long enough to really build the fortifications up, and they haven't been destroyed.
So you guys see this circle here? Like, this is very, very suspicious. Like, why? What is this doing here? Why is there this circle mound right here on this rampart?
So the actual geography of the ground is pretty much in the same condition as it was anciently when the fort was really there.
I go to these conferences and they show us this stuff, like with Nephite Explorer, but it was really cool to just go and see it for yourself and see all the actual mounds and stuff and be able to see how the fort would have worked.
And we saw this sign right here, Mound Builder Origin. This is Hopewell, Mound Builder. So we knew that we were on the right path and this was a great stop.
I really like the museums, what is that, Canandaigua, Seneca Nation Museum, and then also the one that was down by Ithaca, that museum with all the points and stuff. I like that. I like archaeological stuff.
We were talking to an elder, one of the Seneca elders, and he said, we're talking about the symbol of the tree, and it's a white pine that goes up into creation, and the creator reached down and lifted the tree up, and they buried their weapons under the tree, and then he put the tree back down that holds Turtle Island.
I was amazed at all the artifacts, all the just residual forts, and there is just evidence all over the place that talks to the Book of Mormon being occurring right here in the Midwest and the heartland of America, which makes all the sense in the world. All the pieces fit.
My favorite stop was Palmyra, the temple grounds.
Today, Palmyra, going back and finding those ancient walls behind the temple and behind the sacred grove.
You found the other border of, this is starting to look like a fort.
And it looks almost like a mound up here. It looks like there's a path, maybe a spiral up here. All the burial mounds that we found back there.
All that cement or wherever.
Oh my gosh, it's a sacred burial ground for sure. It was incredible. It was like the most amazing day today.
You go to the temple site and you think, was there an ancient temple site here? Probably. Sacred is always sacred, right? Whatever God sanctifies becomes his. And so he's going to come to the same places because they're his places.
And this trip is for anyone, this information is for anyone who loves the Book of Mormon and believes in the Book of Mormon, who has an open mind and is willing to search for more truth. It's for everyone.
And what happened was my daughter Jenny got me involved in this by seeing the YouTube videos, and that's what got me started. So I was hooked when I saw some of them.
We watched a video probably 7 years ago, the one Wayne had, his first one, Well, my nephew got it, and he said, you got to see this. Waters of Mormon were on it, these mounds, and we're like, huh. He watched it. He's a seminary teacher now, and he's like, this is true. He's like, you just could tell. And
I forgot to say just how awesome Wayne was.
Can you see what's down there? You can see the berm, can't you? That's the first one.
And the time he took to show us how to look for things and do for things, like with the rods and going over and looking for the type of geology that we need to look for. And it was really educational to go with Ryan and Wayne, and they were both awesome.
The archaeology, we've been down to Mesoamerica twice and seen all that, but I never really had much of an interest. But I'll tell you what, this lines up with the scriptures.
It was actually really interesting because I didn't really know that much about like the Nephites and everything, but coming out here and seeing like all of the history that's really behind it and seeing all of the evidence that is behind it, like just it helps so much.
Before I came on this trip, I didn't have an opinion either way, and I thought everybody here was crazy when I first got on the bus because
Agreed.
now I'm a believer just like everybody else here. And
Phenomenal. It was incredible. The sites that we saw, the pristine mounds that we saw, the two different nations of the Jaredite and the Hopewell Adena parallels were incredible. We got to see the difference between the two mounds and be able to learn the distinction between the two of them.
My tour experience was fantastic. Truth was just flying at me all the time.
It's a real testimony builder. And like I said, I mean, it made my daughter want to read the Book of Mormon more, and it makes me want to, it means more when I read it.
you know, we went to the Land Bountiful tour, and we didn't know all this cool stuff was here.
We bushwhacked and found things that most people don't know exist, even though they're right under their feet here.
Great Octagon and the big mounds, the Adena mounds, and when you walk it and you see the ditches and you see the fortifications, it becomes real.
It made it more real, and you got to see all the fortifications, and like you can kind of get a gist of it when you're at a Book of Mormon conference, but it just made it more real.
The world will tell you that the Book of Mormon is just a good story, just a good tale that Joseph came up with, but walk in their footsteps, and to me, it became real.
Like, reading the Book of Mormon, I have a whole new perspective on it, so it's really awesome.
Of course, now I can't wait to read the Book of Mormon again, because I'll go back now with this picture in my mind. I'll be reading the Book of Mormon for the umpteenth time, but this time I'll be reading it with a picture of the geography in mind where these things occurred, and anyway, it will bring it out a lot more to life for me personally. Yes.
We do a lot of stuff together as a family, but coming and doing a trip like this was amazing. Helped bring us more together as a family.
Those guys are my best friends, so anytime we can get together, and we have a good time together. And it's even great when you come and learn and build testimony and do those kind of things. It's awesome.
It was great, absolutely great. I enjoyed every place that we went to. I have trouble remembering all the names of the places, but in my mind I've got photos of everything, and we're going to take it all back home and share it with as many people as we possibly can. So we've enjoyed the entire trip and every person on the trip very much.
Actually, that was the best part of the trip, being with my dad and my sister. So. And even more exciting than the sights was some of the really cool conversations we all got to have. In groups on the bus.
Lifelong friends. Yeah. We've made lifelong friends. We're going to be keeping in touch with these people.
It was like we just feel so close, all of us. It was a phenomenal experience. I don't know what else to say except you have to go. You have to go.
My heart's really been touched. It's been a great experience. I've learned a lot of things.
So I can't wait to go to the next one that you guys do.